Let's talk about relationships and patterns. Relationships exist between people. They are two-directional and patterns develop within them. Let's call it a dance. When one person takes a step forward, the other takes a step back. Or when one puts their arm out for a spin, the other spins. Interestingly enough, it only takes one of the individuals to step out of the regular dance, the pattern, and it all unravels. Suddenly, the dance is over. For example, if you yell and your partner yells back, then you yell and then they yell back. So here we have a dance of yelling, one after the other. Or if your child says something rude and you react by shutting them down. Every time, this is the pattern that develops within the relationship. If you are dysregulated and your child joins you in that hyped up space, then together you're both going to be having a yelling match. If your child lashes out and swears at you, you might then shut down. You might feel like giving the silent treatment. That could be a relational pattern. If your partner expresses frustration and you take it personally and shut down, then that's going to be the pattern. That's going to happen every time. And there are lovely dances too. If your child reaches out for a hug, you drop everything to hug them. If your partner expresses concern about something, you hold space for them and you meet them where they're at and you have compassion for them. But let's talk about when the dance ends. So if your child is yelling and you normally yell, but this time you respond calmly, suddenly they don't know what to do. The dance is over and the behavior changes immediately. If your child throws something and normally you would grab them and take them to the other room, but instead you quietly ask them to pick it up, the intensity of their feelings lowers as it is not matched. The dance changes. If your child says something rude and you respond quietly that you are leaving the room and don't appreciate being spoken to like that, the dance is over. They have to stop and go, what do I do next? The slightest change in how you interact with your loved ones can drastically shift the dynamic and the behavior that follows. When it comes to adult relationships, I like to suggest that both adults think about what they might be able to do to change the dance. With children, though, we want the adult to be the leader who sets the boundaries and calls the shots. A child is doing the best with what they have. And I often tell my child, your job is to be a 6-year-old, not to behave like an adult, not to make choices like an adult, not to hold space for emotions like an adult. They are doing their job of being a 6-year-old by expressing their feelings in big ways and through behaviors and making mistakes. So remember the relational pattern. Remember this dance that exists between any two people, and know that if you are able to step out of your normal pattern and pause and respond in a different way, maybe a kinder way, maybe a healthier way, maybe a more boundaried way, the dance unravels, the dance is over, and you get to set a new dance, hopefully a more fun one. See you next time. Bye.